dispensa en el mundo, program time.
Buenos dias. Good morning to everybody. I want to wish everybody a good day. Hopefully, it's going my firme que wow. And those of you that are out there, you might want to listen. So with that said, like Manu Sarape, yeah, Donativo right here. Sun God. Yup. Do your homework. History is always good. History always repeats itself. Much love and respect. Wow. Café. Guarichi. Salud.
You sound like a bitter old man. You sound like you're miserable. Obviously you've been victimized. No. Obviously you're holding grudges. And I understand. I understand. You know, yeah, there was war. Yeah, at a moment back in history, back in the day, yeah, there was a back and forth, you know, brown against black, in and out of the system. But nowadays, that's died out. Nowadays, things have changed behind the walls. I'm not gonna get too much into that because that's not my job to do so. But even on the calles, little by little, you have some of these, you know, Mexican, Sureño rappers or Chicano rappers, whatever you want to call them, hip-hop artists, collabing with African Americans, whether Crip, Blood, I don't know. But the doors are opening for both sides. And finally, we have people looking at the big picture where it's about money. We all got to put our differences to the side because if we don't, we're never going to get nowhere. I believe the black are very strong population, culture, as the brown as well. I mean, if we come together, imagine what we could do. But see, there's people out there. There's poison out there trying to infiltrate the minds of the raza or the black African Americans. So the unity can never be there because they know that together we could become a strong force and accomplish a lot. But there's a revolution at this moment that we're witnessing. And it's changed for the better. Don't get me wrong, nothing's ever perfect. There's still, you know, things happening. You know, you got people trying to make a name for themselves, whether black or brown. And yeah, sometimes it falls down, unfortunately, to be a racial thing. But hey, those are the knuckleheads. But we cannot let one or two knuckleheads mess it up for the rest. You know, a lot of us that grew up in the 90s, that survived, thank God, we're on a whole different trip now, man. We're family, man, most of us. Some of us made it out, gracias a Dios. We're out here, and we're trying to do better for ourselves, whether working at 9 to 5 or trying to be entrepreneurs, start a little business. Hey, we got to, man. We got to, you know, do better for ourselves. Get a better reputation. Besides being cholos and drug addicts and desmadrosos. Man. And I'm proud of my gente, the ones that are doing good. I see a lot of these youngsters, Chicano artists, doing their thing. And I tip my hat, I really do. And I see the little homie extending his saludos to this old boy, wondering if he would get signed. Okay, I understand. We have pride, man. For being Mexicano, raza, Latino, we got pride, and for him to let them huevos hang and ask him that. I don't know if he knew he was being recorded. I don't know if it was a podcast or what. But hey, he had the balls to ask this man, and look what happened. He humiliated him in front of a lot of people. Not to mention, you had the little cheerleaders on the side being real racist, talking about long socks. Come on, what kind of question is that, dude? Grow up.
Come on.
Grow up. I'm not gonna use an example right here. How about if we ask you this and that? Because I'm not trying to, like I said, disrespect anyone. But yeah, man. I'm from the city of Pacoima, born and raised. And back then I don't remember ever having conflict with the Pyrus. Yeah, you would hear things here and there. But I mean, just like anybody else, just like any other gang growing up, kids, I mean, there's always gonna be something cracking. Especially, like I said, when you're hungry and thirsty to make a name for yourself. No doubt. But racial, I mean, maybe back in the day, okay. Maybe it's fair to say, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna say we're innocent or the homies are innocent, but it falls back on both sides of the court, and they've done their dirt just like we have, and I'm sure there's homies on our side that hold grudges, that maybe wouldn't mess with black people, wouldn't do business with black people because of whatever trauma they have or whatever you want to call it. But dude, we're in 2022, dudes. We gotta oversee all the negativity, all the past. That's already on the books. That's it. Well, whatever we do now is gonna benefit us tomorrow. So I don't know what's up with this wacky 100. You need attention, you got it. You got the attention. Yeah, acting up over there. What's the matter with you? Come on, man, you're too old for that crap. Back in the day, the Pyrus were stationed in these projects where they would share with two other local neighborhoods. And they were all Mexican. They grew up, they were raised, on those streets with other Mexican families or essays or sureños, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, I came across some of these essays from these particular neighborhoods, and they talk as their family. They know each other. They know each other's moms. They ended up dating their sisters or primas or whatnot, having kids. That's already biracial, mixing the raza, which is cool. We got some blacks against, hey, that's been part of history for so long. Those of you that know the history, go back to the books when Germán Cortés came to Veracruz. He landed on the shore. He brought African American Cuban slaves with him. And some of these ran for the hills and colonized, and colonized their own little towns, their cities. They started mingling with the local Indians or indigenous people, and that's how the Blaxicans came about. So, those of you ignorant people out there that say, oh, I'm pure brown or or this and that. Come on, man, miss me with that. You got big old lips. You know what I mean? If you're all moreno, hey, homie, you got a little black in you. Excuse me. I hate to be the messenger of maybe bad news for you, but hey, you know what? It's always a blessing, man. We're human at the end of the day. We're one race, and we should respect one another. Anyhow, going back to those projects, yeah, at one time they were tight, but you know, things happen as new generations arise, and I don't know how they have it now or what's going on. Like I said, I'm not really out there, but you hear stuff, and for this dude to be all racist, you know, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But it's obvious that Wack 100 is not maybe in touch with people out there or inside, because a lot has changed. Like this youngster was trying to tell him, you know, about the hunger strikes and this and that, which I'm not gonna get into because it's not my job to put all these things. If you know, you know. Ya sabes. But anyhow, I think a lot of times these riots that we had in the past started because of dudes like Wack 100. And I'm not just saying blacks, but even raza. You know, there's always individuals that bluff and don't listen. So I just advise people that don't know what's up, do your homework. Fortunately, I've been out already 2 years and some change. And let me tell you, man, when I was in there, things are very different compared to a few years back when there was war with the norteños and other factions. Now you could feel the peace, you could feel the communication between other races. You know, so war, I don't know where this vato gets war. Yeah, I don't know, Wack. If you're not knowing what's going on these GP yards, you must be talking to the wrong people on these wrong yards. You know, maybe them sensitive Neve yards. You know, they got different politics, they got different cha-cha going. So, I don't know, man. Smelling a little funny here, but anyhow, it's always good to keep in touch with some of the folks in there and know what's going on. Of course, we grew up together, man. You can't forget about your loved one, your good camarada. Don't forget about those solid individuals behind the wall. On a different note, I know that things ain't gonna happen from one day to another. It takes time. And by the way, rest in peace to these rappers that recently got killed by their own people. And I mean, that's a shame, but it happens a lot. And that, you know, that going back to us, the raza, that's happened for many years till this day, unfortunately. But anyhow, like I said, man, if there's already raza collabing with morenos, conducting business, I mean, you gotta look at the big picture. Business is business. They're collabing. Obviously, it's okay. So don't get all scared that somebody's gonna come and get you for your feria and whoopty woo woo. As long as you're doing things right, hey, and walking that straight line, you're gonna be all right. You know, obviously the blessing has been granted. And hey, Mr. Wacky 100, please understand that the raza has good intentions, man. Calm down, man. Smoke a leño and relax. I remember a few times, man, doing some time far away from home up north, You land in a yard and right away, they ask you, your placazo, where you from. As soon as you identify yourself, hey, you got a homie here, woo, woo, woo. The huila goes out. As soon as programs is available, your area comes up to you, whether somebody from your city, your hood, or your area, period. They come, they greet you, whether homie or even from a different race. They come and they say what's up. Especially being far away, it feels good to see somebody from the city or from the area. So where am I going with this? There was a few times where I came across Pyrus from 2 P's and a B, Pacoima. Yeah. And man, the respect, the mutual respect was always there. It's always been there. You need something, hey, welcome, hey, ¿sabes qué? This is how it goes, woo woo, hey, do you know so and so? Oh, hey, remember that hyena? Hey, man, you start chopping it up, and just reminisce on good times. It makes me with that war, Wack. Man, just want people to understand, man. It's not what you make it sound like, dude. Yeah, well, hopefully Mr. Wack 100, hopefully he's able to heal. Obviously, he's scarred up. I understand they were going at it with local neighborhoods back in the days. For a while, yeah, there was war, but it was gangbanging, dude. And yeah, most of the members were Latino, Mexican, okay. And over here we're mostly black. So it sounds racial and it could become racial, but it was gangbanging. It was just gangbanging. Unfortunately, it is what it is, man. But we gotta get Wack 100 some therapy, man. Little word on the street says that Wack 100 is not welcome in the city. I guess maybe he's not eye to eye with his homies. And that right there, folks, let me tell you, if you can't go back to your hood, you don't associate with your homies, there's something wrong right there. Something really wrong. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into politics, but if you know, you know. It's just all bad, I mean, you can't go back to your barrio, to your hood. But anyhow, to all my gente, fellow Mexicanos, Latinos, Central Americans across the world, whatever race you are, much love and respect, man. Remember to recycle raza dollars. And hey, homies, this is an eye-opener right here. It's time, homies, to help each other out. I mean, maybe Wack 100 sees a threat. Maybe he sees a threat on these homies that are gonna take over the industry. We got the talent. We got the talent. We got the numbers. Because our people, the raza, are the number one. They're the number one consumers. So, come on. Gotta congratulate. Don't hate. Support the raza. United we stand. Let's continue to make history, but in a positive way. Unfortunately, we have a bad reputation as cholos, convicts, puro desmadre. We have to change that stereotype, that bad rep, that label they gave us. Con la bendición de Dios, I see the chains of negativity break. We gotta break that generational gang members, drug addicts. Our dream and our imagination brings about. We need some scholars, professors, doctors, lawyers, politicians, government workers, mayors, governments. Even we need a Mexican president, Yuho, Latino, whatever, just for the people. Yes, the Doors are about to open. Keep on knocking, homies. Eventually, one will open. Peace and love to all. Violence should be the last resort. Therefore, continue to make music. Don't give up, raza. Obviously, someone feels threatened. So, hey, do you see my vision? Do you see where I'm talking about? Are you listening? If so, dale gas. Échale ganas, homie. Peace up. Much love and respect. And, we're gonna win this shit. We're gonna win this shit, people. Mr. Wack 100 maybe felt the need to humiliate the homie, put him down. He probably has a low self-esteem. They say that people tend to put people down. They say people tend to put people down when they have a low self-esteem, so they could feel better for themselves. That's why they go around trying to belittle people. That ain't cool, man. Anyhow, there's always three sides of the story, people. His, mine, and the truth. I know we don't need to explain ourselves, but it's only right for people to know what's really going on besides Wack's ignorant attitude. Not all people know the street or prison, politics, or lifestyle. I felt in my heart I needed to express the truth, especially coming from an active family man from the city of Pacoima. That's right, Paca. Tiempo Latino, baby. It's soup.
Count time, when, dog.